recording. All right.
Viking King of Egypt.
The Viking King of Egypt. We're just going to pencil that in for now. We'll see if anything better pops up. Nevertheless,
I am the Viking King of Egypt, yes, in Crusader Kings.
I picture like a big pharaoh, like headdress thing with horns on the side.
It has been crazy. Let me tell you, it's been a crazy run. Do you want me to tell you about it?
No.
Wait, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, okay.
All right. Guess what? It's the 9th of January. In what year?
3,309.
It's 3309.
1984.
All right. Well, one of those is probably close. And it's the Loose Screws podcast. That's right. You failed again. And joining me, I'm Commander Jan. I mean, questionable choices repeated. I don't know what to tell you at this point. Welcome back. I'm Commander Jantrax, and joining me tonight is Commander Chig.
Hi. You know, if people just quit listening to this show entirely, I could quit doing this every week.
Also, Commander Dubs is here.
Yay, that's me.
Yay. Lieutenant Commander Data is here.
Heyo. Good evening.
Commander Nurgle is here.
You know, if people would quit listening to this show, we'd quit being exposed to Chig.
Commander NL Hate is here.
Those old farts have really negative opinions.
Especially when all you eat is beans and steak. That makes it from old farts.
And Commander Teflon is here. Teflon 12? Should I say the 12?
Yeah.
Duh.
Green, it's up to you.
It's a little late to start that now.
Yeah, why is this dawning on me right now?
I don't know. It's always been there.
We should just start calling him
Do you
12.
do you happen to know another 11 Teflons?
12 of 14, 7 of 9.
We've
Yeah,
actually
but they're all
discussed
dead.
this before. Yeah,
705, yeah.
Yeah, he's murdered all the previous, so we'll just call him 12.
All right. Well, that's exciting. What you guys been up to this past week? Let's start at the bottom, because I think that's where we're all leaning right now. Teflon, how you been for a week, man?
I've been okay. I have not played the game at all this week, but I have played Crusader Kings 3, and it's just because I'm having so much fun in the Crusader Kings run that I'm on. It's so interesting that I've become the Viking King of Egypt. So the way that happened was Vikings in that game. When you play as the Vikings, they have what's called Varangian Adventure, where you can take your whole, all of your people. So, like, if you have to be no bigger than a duchy size, right? And you can take and declare war on somebody and take a whole duchy, and you move all of your people there. And so that just becomes your home now. And so I had to do that 3 times to get to Egypt, because I lucked out because it was too far away to interact with to do it in one, and so I had to find someone close enough to do it, and I ended up doing it on the side of France, and then doing it and jumping into Italy, and then from there I jumped to Alexandria, and that's the capital of my Egyptian kingdom. And so now I'm the king of Egypt. And it's been crazy because getting there, being Vikings, we're Norse religion, and everybody around there is Muslim. It's all different sects of Islam around. End up having first I had to fight a bigger empire to get the kingdom of Egypt, the title, and then as we were starting to grow and stuff, we had a jihad called on us, a holy war called for us. So it's similar to, and it works just like when the Pope calls a crusade. And I've been on the receiving end of that before. And I barely survived that. Like it was a Hail Mary shot to win that war. Because at first I was doing well because I had amassed a large amount of gold and a huge army, and I had a bunch of allies. But I was still underpowered, and just as they were turning the tide of the war, I threw a Hail Mary shot right at the city where their holy person is. I'd forget what it's called, and I probably wouldn't pronounce it right anyway because I can't pronounce that stuff right. And I managed to capture him and get 100% war score and end that war, and that was a survived by the skin of my teeth.
Wait, are you saying you needed a Hail Mary to beat the Pope?
It was maybe the Islamic equivalent of the Pope, yes. It was rough.
Everything that you said there, I feel like you're starting to do a bit, but you're not. You legitimately love this game, and there's so much nuance with what you're talking about. And this is what I know: Crusader Kings is a game. That's about as much as I know.
I was pretty sure a bunch of those words were made up.
So good job, though, man. You're the Viking King of Egypt.
I am the Viking King of Egypt. Yes. Well, actually, and then after that, I didn't want to be. I didn't want another holy war called on me, so I converted my entire kingdom to Islam, right? And then
you're the Muslim Viking King of Egypt.
And then I thought, no, I don't like the tenets that they had for that particular sect. I think it was Ash'nari. So I built up a bunch of piety in order to make my own sect of Islam.
You can just build up piety at will.
And now I'm much more happy with, I called it Teflonism. And
of course you did.
Now I'm much more happy with it. Its core tenets are much more aligned with me.
All right.
For crying out loud.
Yeah, it's like, so it would be like carnal exaltation, gregariousness, and cannibalism.
And of course, piety.
Lots and lots of piety.
Piety is the score you build up so you could do things more along with religious lines.
No, you're talking about eating pies, right? Lots and lots of pie eating?
Yeah, that's exactly what piety is.
Okay, thank God. All right.
Great. Wonderful.
Other than that, we made a chocolate beet cake.
Just a nice sharp left turn in a left field. I like it. How did the beet cake turn out, though?
Oh, great. Fantastic. You wouldn't even know that's what it was.
I know. Well, typically, like I was saying before you hopped in, is like a beet cake base. The beet is just like to add moisture to the cake, isn't it? Isn't it like moist?
It's the acidic part of it, of the ingredients.
Ah.
So like, in the video I watched is what told me that really, because it said because you add baking soda and not baking powder, and it's like he said, where's the acid? And he said, oh, the beets. And that's what it was, and it tastes great.
It was the beets all along. Yeah.
The next thing,
the beets all on.
The next thing is going to be a chocolate mayonnaise cake.
I don't like that.
Oh my God!
Are we gonna slap it?
We better slap it.
We're gonna slap the shit out of it.
Can't.
Don't worry, I'll take pictures. I might even do a video for that one, and you all can see just how it works.
I remember as a kid, my mom making like brownies or chocolate cake with prunes or something like that. Baby food, prunes, maybe.
Were they dates?
I don't know.
I've heard of like chocolate zucchini brownies.
He just called your mom a whore because she went on a bunch of dates.
Oh, jeez.
Good God.
Maybe that was just to help me be more regular. She was helping little me be more regular.
With the steak and beans.
Take care of that problem. Yeah.
Does that work on Androids? Do Androids produce waste?
Oh yeah.
Well, if they eat beets, they do.
Yeah. Just a bunch of Bunch of the nuts and bolts fall out of there. It hurts.
So yeah, now that I've taken up that whole 10 minutes, who else?
This is what happens when none of us play the game for a week.
It's like I'm pretty sure we needed that 10 minutes before this to get to a regular episode length. NL Hate, how are you, my good sir?
Do you want the long story or the short story?
Depends how many beats are in it.
And actually, also, does it explain why your diet is what it is?
No.
He's trying to cultivate mass.
No.
Cultivate mass.
The only
What,
beats
piles
that
of it in
was
his
life beating
backyard?
on me.
Okay, go on.
Yeah.
So I decided I needed more money, so I'm looking for a new job. Unbeknownst to me, my previous employer decided I needed a new job at the same time.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's been a very long week. And I haven't played any of the game at all.
0%.
0%.
Oh boy. Yeah, but it sounds like you had like more, pressing things to worry about and take care of.
Meh.
So looking for, not found.
I have some contract work I can do for double what I was making an hour, but the work has to be there, and then I have to show up.
That's like
Like
most
any
of
job.
It's like most of life. Showing
Well,
up
yeah.
is most of it.
Yeah, for sure. At the same time, my mother-in-law's truck broke down, so we have four people
Send
either
dubs.
looking for work. We have 4 people looking for work or going to work, but only one vehicle that runs.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Not great.
The only beats in my life is life beating me.
I'm checking the account in the Patreon account balance, but I don't think it's gonna cover.
Right.
Not this week.
loosescrewsed.com/Patreon. Wait, what is it?
The other way around.
Slash
Buy
Patreon.
hate a car. Need some whale out there. Come on.
Some whale.
Yeah.
His name is Roy Cookson, and I have a lot of respect for him. I would
If you're
take
a
his car as
billionaire.
well.
If you're a real life billionaire, not an
Come on,
in-game
Elon, you got to be
billionaire.
listening to the show. Help our buddy out.
We said his name. We're gonna get more listens to this
Oh,
episode.
man. Or fewer.
I hope not. Not from those people.
I'll take him. Send him my way. All right. Now who's up?
I guess that would be Nurgle. Nurgle's having more internet issues. Is it working?
We're going to give it a shot for now.
All right.
In lieu of Nurgle, here is a duck quacking. Quack, quack.
Yeah, that's about
Yeah,
right.
that's what we should start doing every time like somebody drops out and can't come back. We should just replace them with a duck sound.
Yeah.
We
So
play
my
every once
question
in
is,
a while.
when he does the dropping out thing, doesn't Anycaster like keep recording locally and then send it? So all this time we're
Well-
talking about it cutting out, but it's not because it uploads at the end.
But I'm talking
Yeah.
about when it like drops
If
out
it
Drops
completely.
from, and yeah, in theory, if he can't stay connected to the Enwecaster, though, I'm not sure. Does the browser? Hopefully, the browser's recording in the background. That's what causes the time discrepancies, which
Yeah.
I might try to look a little more closely at in editing tonight. But anyway,
Yeah. Now,
so what's up, dude?
unlike everybody else who is here tonight, I actually played the game for about 3 hours this week.
Brown noser.
Oh yeah, we have a
Suck
winner.
Yeah.
Wait, what game?
The game we are
Well, say its name. I think we may have said it one time the whole show. So
I
let's
think
say
it-
you played
I think
Elite
it's-
Dangerous.
I think it's called Elite.
Star Citizen.
Yeah, kind of, maybe.
Star Dangerous.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. Elite Citizen?
It's
Star Dangerous?
I feel like I heard that name.
Elite 42.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard that
Elite
somewhere
84.
before.
Ellet DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres?
Elite.
Huh.
But yeah, and I put some pictures earlier this week. I think I put them in general chat. I may have put them in Chig chat of what we found at work.
Quack, quack, quack.
Oh God!
Wait, be quiet.
Hold up. Oh,
He's back.
Oh God, it's happening.
He's back. Of the great boat that was found at one of my parks. So
No, boat-like object.
boat actually it was a failed reef is what it was.
Oh, the boat that has my name all over it. I should come get it.
All right.
See, it picks
I
the
loved
worst
it.
time to go in.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, I picked a perfect time to come back in for sure.
My God.
my God.
It sucks that the NUcaster
Oh,
doesn't
dropped him out.
give a perfect reflection of what we get to hear.
I know,
know, right?
because that was perfect.
That was fantastic. It was out of nowhere.
Oh man, should we start quacking again? What are we doing? We moving
Oh,
on?
he's not even in the NUcaster anymore, so we may
He's
as
not
well
even in
move
there.
on. He's gone. Down for the count, boys.
All right. There.
Oh.
Maybe it's going to come back.
I mean, he's in NUcaster.
Maybe,
I don't
you
hear-
think?
There he is.
Yes. So as I was saying, the failed reef, also known as the boat-like object, which you could actually see where they had taken an angle grinder and carved the numbers off of it. Police have already impounded it. They think it's stolen. They'll deal with it
This is
from
the
here.
best bit that we have on this show.
Oh my God.
It's the only bit we have on this show. Oh, he's
You're
out
gone
of
from NUcaster.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can have him call me and I just type him in from my phone somehow. I'll have to figure that one out. I'm sure Trax already knows how.
Well, since Nurgle's not connected to the thing anymore, let's say Commander, Lieutenant Commander Data, what have you been up to for the past week?
Hey, well, I've been working a little bit here and there, but my life is still mostly bottles and diapers at this time.
Well, it'll be that way for a while.
Yep. I don't think I've played Elite. Maybe I logged in for a little bit, but I'm gonna say I didn't play. I've been
Can't remember.
yeah. Days and nights are just like a blur right now.
Yep. They run together.
Awake all the time and home all the time, and I have to find a game I could play with a gamepad. So I've gotten into I think it was a 2016 Spider-Man game. They remastered and put it on the PC. I can play that with a gamepad and hold a baby at the same time. So that's been
Expert.
Expert. Yep. So that game's a lot of fun. I was a big fan of the Spider-Man 2 PlayStation 2 game when that was out. So I'm sort of reliving the glory days with this.
I was a big fan of Spider-Man Nintendo 64 when it came out. I also really liked Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2.
Yeah. I still think the web swinging is more advanced on the PS2 game than this new one is. You can control each hand in the old one.
I haven't played this new one yet. I'm going to hopefully get that when I get a Steam Deck.
It's
Y'all
good.
want to know my favorite Spider-Man moment? I really liked it when Thanos turned him into dust. Because I do not like Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, Tobey Maguire's
Wow.
the best. He's the genre-defining actor.
Trax, is that a fireable offense?
Which I'm sorry, you're not going to catch me with a lot of super strong Spider-Man opinions.
And honestly, getting fired from this, what?
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
Is that a firing or a promotion? I'm really confused.
Could be both.
So I've been playing mostly the Spider-Man game, swinging around New York City, jumping off all the skyscrapers, punching these dudes and like throwing them off the top of buildings.
Just random people, not villains. Just
yeah. Like you can swing them around and let go, and they'll just go flying off the side of the building.
That's definitely a Dubs thing to do.
Yeah.
That is certainly a Dubs thing to do.
Well, that's Dubs who was talking about it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I guess honestly, I can't tell anymore.
Mark that on your
And,
show bingo cards.
I got Hollow Knight for like $8
That's
on
a
my
good game.
Nintendo. I've been playing that some. Yeah, it's good so far. I'm only a little bit into it. But...
You should play Shovel Knight.
Okay.
That has become one of my all-time favorite games.
I reacted like that because I got it confused with Steam World Dig 2, which I have played.
No, Shovel Knight is different than that. It's a lot like the one you just said, and I can't think of the name of it.
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight, yeah.
Okay.
You'll
They
really like
sound
it.
a lot alike.
Yeah.
Especially if you like any kind of like retro style. Like Shovel Knight is fantastic.
All right.
There's an achievement for beating it if you can beat it in an hour and a half too.
Huh.
I've come close.
All right.
I like that game so much I own it on every gaming platform I have. So even on my Wii U I have boxed up.
Jesus. What's the name of this game?
In my 3DS.
It's
Shovel
one of those night
Knight.
games.
Like
Shovel
Shovel
Knight. Yes. Shovel
And
Knight.
Night as in night or night as in nighttime?
Night is in Knight.
Okay.
Look it up on Steam.
That
Shovel
sounds
Knight
like
Dig.
work. Dig at
Shovel
night.
Knight Dig?
No,
That's
not
what
Shovel Knight.
That's what he
Dig.
do, right?
Shovel Knight. Oh, I'm looking on Steam and
Are you sure he
that
doesn't dig?
says-
He is a shovel knight.
Yeah, he's like
Shovel
digging
Knight
graves,
Treasure Trove.
wearing armor.
Yes, Shovel Knight
Trove.
Treasure Trove, because so when the original game was kickstarted, it was just the Shovel Knight campaign. But they also were able to hit a bunch of stretch goals, and so they made more campaigns that then became free for anybody who bought Shovel Knight. And so now they have repackaged it into Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, so you're buying a bunch of campaigns for the other characters.
Okay.
And it's very good.
Well, on that
never heard of
note, since I mentioned it, Steam World Dig 2 is also a fun little short game, 9 hour game.
I haven't played that one. I've played the original SteamWorld Dig.
It's like a mining-based Metroidvania type game. Anyways, that's what I've been doing. How about you, Trax? What have you been into?
Oh man, I've been rearranging my room down here, my gaming VRing room. I just moved everything and cleaned out my storage area and stored part of a couch so that I have a bunch more space, and moved things around and set up a nice shelf with some RGB on my shelf where I can display all my little decorations.
Oh shit! Track's got
Yeah.
RGB.
Yeah, but it's not in my computer.
It only takes time before it starts to infect you.
It's a creep. It's
Yeah,
RGB
whatever,
creep.
man. My case is black metal. It has no glass
I
in it.
used to only buy black parts, and then the RGB RAM was on sale, so I was like, "Fuck it, why not?" And then, boom! It just fucking spread from there like wildfire.
That sounds great. Hey, tell me this: is there any way to run RGB without running software in Windows?
Probably not. I mean, you could just plug it in and let it do its thing defaultly without the software.
Let it
if
do
you want
rainbow.
to.
So it'll just rainbow vomit.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
All right.
probably.
That's what you're after, right?
Yep.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely what
As
I would
much
do.
rainbow vomit as possible.
I don't care about
Look,
this
if
at
your
all.
RGB isn't shifting colors, then you're doing it wrong.
Don't you
Well,
have two
unless you need your
computers at
computer to
desk
run
anyway?
cooler, then you just go blue.
Oh yeah.
I-
If I'm having temperature problems, all blue.
I have two computers here. They are not on desks. They are away from microphones. They are on the floor,
Those aren't desktops. What the hell?
shelves and bricks.
Those are
So couldn't your backup computer just run the RGB for your other computer / desk?
or just
don't
get a
think that's how
third
it works.
computer.
Oh yeah,
Just to run
get a
RGB.
dedicated
So just
computer.
an RGB computer.
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause most
Raspberry
RGB
Pi.
things have little headers. Yeah.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, get a separate computer just for RGB. I'm doing it. That's it. Actually, I'm going to buy a second Steam Deck just to run RGB.
I approve of this.
Dazzlingly stupid.
You've met me, right?
Do you expect anything else?
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I dedicated my time to. I'm quite happy with the way it came out, actually. I have a ton of space, and this is kind of weird, but the room that I have here is I'm in the basement of the house, and there's like a section of the ceiling here where a bunch of the HVAC runs through, and it's a whole like finished basement area, but there's part of the ceiling that's only like 7 feet tall. Because of this, and then the other part is like 8 or so, and that's a little bit crummy actually when I play VR games, because I somewhat routinely hit the ceiling, the low part of the ceiling, with my controller, depending on what's going on. Like if I need to shoot an arrow up, you know what I'm talking about. Climb a tall ladder. No, anybody? No,
Okay. I'm like
Oh yeah,
the shortest dude around.
You're like the short guy.
I'm like 7 feet. Jesus Christ, grab me a ladder. I'll have Data build me some stairs.
So anyway, this room rearrange, I can now totally use the part of the room that has the higher ceiling, which is fantastic. So I'm quite thrilled with the whole situation. But I have not played Elite at all. I'm playing right now for the first time in like 2 weeks. I did play Portal RTX last week. Kind of forgot to mention that. It's quite nice to go back and replay Portal, and the RTX stuff is pretty cool. Portal is a lot shorter than I remember, because of course I've much more recently played Portal 2, which is like a whole game. Portal 1 really was like sort of a
demo,
a fun little project tech demo thing. So it's like
2 hours.
In the spirit of Portal 1, being a RTX tech demo is pretty appropriate. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Recommend it if you have. It will be tough with anything smaller than a 3080. But with that caveat, it's cool.
Or just play Portal. It's still worth playing.
Portal's fine. Yeah, Portal's fine. Portal 2. If you're just gonna play it without the fun tech demo part of it, then just play Portal 2, because it's whatever. I guess you got to play Portal 1 first, unless you're a monster.
Cake is a lie.
The cake is a lie. So anyway, that's my story. And now I'm running passengers and recording a podcast. What say you, Dubs?
That's me. It's my turn.
Story
I
time.
guess I should start off by saying, just like most of our friends in here, I have barely played the game. What little amount of time I did get on Elite this week, I never left my fleet carrier. I was just outfitting, swapping, trading modules between ships, just doing bullshit like that. But yeah, I started the week off pretty shitty by making an over 16-hour round-trip drive to go retrieve a friend who broke down in another state, which was a lot of damn fun. I think I put about 1,000 miles on my wife's Suburban towing a trailer just to go pick up a car.
That Suburban
that
needs the miles too.
It's already got like 280,000 on it, so I guess we may as well go ahead and push for the fucking 300, right? If we had just got done fixing the damn thing, what a great way to determine whether or not it was reliable. But yeah, his car just decided that it didn't want the transmission fluid on the inside. It wanted it all over the outside. So yeah, just driving down the road, it just fucking quit. But yeah, a $3 O-ring, by the way, is what put the car down 8 hours away from us. So yeah, that's shitty.
So you brought him an O-ring on a trailer? That's weird.
No. We didn't even troubleshoot the car when we got there. Like after driving for over 8 hours, we just winched the sucker up on there and took off, brought it back. We were ready to go to fucking sleep. Thinking we left here at about 1 or 2 in the afternoon Sunday, and we didn't get back until 8 o'clock the following day. It was like 9 o'clock when I rolled back into the house. But yeah, super fun. What else did I do this week? I randomly stumbled across and tripped on a PS4 in the garage and decided, hey, fuck it, let me try to install Linux on this thing and play Elite Dangerous.
He never bothered to
quick
stop and
status.
think, I've never owned a PlayStation. It was just weird.
Well, we got the PlayStation from my in-laws, who the last time we were up there, my father-in-law was like, well, I'm never going to use this thing, so y'all just take it. They're like, take everything video game related and take it to Texas. So we, of course, did, and me being me said, fucking PS4, fuck this thing. I booted it into a fucking random corner in the garage and forgot about it. But it just so happens that it's on a low enough firmware to be jailbroken. So I was like, well, fuck it, let's try this. So far, I got Linux up and running on it. Pretty well, pretty responsive. Elite just won't fucking launch for some reason. It just keeps giving me some DirectX 11 error, but I don't know. I'm going to play with some other drivers, some different kernels, and see if I can get it to actually launch. So far, No Man's Sky was the only game that actually successfully launched on it that I've tried. And me being me, decided to go out and spend $100 on a USB SSD just to fuck around with a PS4.
Oh my god.
So,
That would be a good,
I guess
wouldn't that be a good use for SteamOS? Because the Proton abstraction layer and stuff?
There isn't an official SteamOS. What people are calling the SteamOS, it's unofficial for it. It's basically just different Linux distros running Steam, and Steam itself on any Linux can download and fetch the proper Proton environments that it needs based on what it sees. But
so essentially, you're already doing that.
Yeah, basically.
Because it's kind of built into Steam. Got it.
But the driver support isn't stellar because, well, obviously there's no official.
Because it's only ever had to run one bit of hardware.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'll fuck around with it some more. I'll see if I can get it to work. I'll report back. If not, I'll probably take it out back and smash it with a sledgehammer because I have no desire to use it at all.
You have a firing range at work.
I mean, I guess, yeah, we could take it out and shoot it with shit, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, that would be more than it deserves because it's a fucking PlayStation product.
Why don't you configure it to run your RGB?
I fucking could. I mean, or other than that, if anyone listening wants a PlayStation 4 Slim with the 9.0 firmware, I guess fucking give me a holler and make an offer.
Dude, relegate that thing to being an RGB controller. That's gotta happen.
I'm gonna turn that thing into a fucking Minecraft server.
It's just gonna run Asus Aorus or whatever their RGB software is, and nothing else.
Nothing else. It'll only control RGB headers. I don't know. I'll
Corsair
think of something
IQ.
ridiculous and stupid to do to it. But other than that, I've been playing other games with the boys. You know, they're all on Xbox and I'm on PC, so finding cross-play games is kind of interesting. Been playing the shit out of Warzone, and we actually took the win on one round and got second place on another.
Yeah, that's your job. You're just playing your job in a video game.
I mean, not quite. We don't do that side of it. We're just a bunch of fucking nerds.
IRL battle royales.
Yeah. I don't believe I've ever done anything quite like that. Other than that, I can't really think of much else I've accomplished this week. Basically, just dicking around and going to work. I guess. I guess we got the dude's car fixed, so there's that. He's driving it again, if that's worth anything.
He has to stay in
So
state
eventually
for the
the O-ring got there.
Yeah, we had to order the O-ring from Amazon. It came in, put it on there. It didn't quite seal, so I was like, well, fuck, that's a new O-ring. We're thinking maybe the case warped on the transmission or maybe the line's fucked up. So we double stacked it. We put 2 of them in there, and hey, it's sealed, so it's fine. Mission accomplished.
Dubs, you're not supposed to put 2 rubbers on at the same time. That doesn't work.
But when it is a molded O-ring that is a part of a flat washer, it is okay because the flat washer.
No, I'm telling you,
first
Dubs,
time
no matter how molded it is, you're not supposed to put 2 rubbers on.
Never
I
2
always
rubbers
heard-
at
look,
once.
I always heard it.
I
makes
don't
it
even
look
use
bigger.
one, so I don't understand.
Married life sure
But
is
yeah,
great.
there's that's all right. Well, it's Chick's turn. I believe I've wasted enough of everybody's life rambling on.
All right, then.
Hey, you guys can still hear
Jig.
me okay, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
No.
No, we don't hear you at all, bro.
Gotcha.
Say that again.
Is someone talking to us through a paperclip in a cup?
Oh, come on.
It's a me. It's a jig. God damn it. All right.
Jig,
So
what's up?
I'm just going to say this. If anybody started playing Elite Dangerous in the last week or so and decided to look for an Elite Dangerous podcast and found this, I'm pretty sure they quit listening 20 minutes ago. This is wow. Yeah. So I'll just say Elite Dangerous, Elite Dangerous, Elite Dangerous.
Content.
Well, we'll see.
I mean,
define
fine.
useful.
Useful content right here. If you are trying to play Elite Dangerous on the PS4 and are interested in trying to run Odyssey, stay tuned. We may have developments.
Wow.
We all know for sure there's no way you're getting that up and running. A PS5 is a maybe.
Consoles win. Yeah, I mean.
Plus, of all the people to start suddenly working for Team Console, it's Get Live or Get
don't get me wrong. I am absolutely not on Team Console. I just want to do it to see if it's possible and just talk shit about how weak the hardware is when it gets 10 frames per second.
Yeah, this is how he gets his jimmies.
Yep. That and stacking rubbers.
Puts a bunch of rubbers on his jimmies. What the fuck are we talking about again? I lost track.
I mean, if you don't know by now, then it's been a while for you.
Married life is good.
By the way, everybody, just a reminder, this is the podcast. This is among the podcasts that David Braven personally thanked a couple of weeks ago.
Is that true?
So
Did they really?
Oh, yeah. We had named and logo on the screen and everything. Well, I mean, I guess it was actually read out by Sally, but it was during the little interview segment they did on the holiday special.
Oh, you're shitting me.
And that's why he had to step down as CEO.
All becomes clear. Jesus Christ. What is happening? Suppose this be the wrong, after this episode, be the wrong week to go ask Arf if he wants to come on for an interview, huh?
The final puzzle piece clicks into place.
Oh my God. Let's see. What did I do this week? I bet you all can guess what I didn't do this week.
Play Elite Dangerous?
Yeah,
But you didn't play the game.
Yeah, I did. I might have logged on, and then I saw where I was sitting and went, man, I don't know what I want to do, and I logged back off. So I went back and played Elden Ring on my Steam Deck, and I don't know. I've got Disney Plus right now, so I've been watching every thing on that. So that's what I've been doing. I haven't even been in Discord because it's hard to be in Discord and be friendly and talk to my friends when all I want to do is watch Clone Wars. So yeah,
I've been watching a lot of movies recently also.
Yeah, well, you're holding a baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's an easy way to pass the time. And
so Elden
forget
Ring
about your
lives up to
nipple
it
pain.
lives up to the hype of all the Game of the Year awards it's getting.
I enjoy the hell out of it. I mean, there's a lot of complexity. It's, I don't know, there's a lot shit you're doing, and it's I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So you just do stuff and you just run around. I don't know. I've been having fun leveling up my character and starting to kick the crap out of stuff that kicked the crap out of me early, but you die a lot. But I have a Steam Deck, and this is my only complaint about the Steam Deck: battery life. Playing Elden Ring, that's what's keeping my video game hours down, because I run that Steam Deck battery dead pretty quick. So, but yeah, that's been my life.
It's supposed to last longer if you slow the frame rate down, right?
Yeah, but fuck that. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
I kind of said that so just to confirm my suspicion that you're unlocked 120 FPS.
Yeah, well, I'm used to playing a 3080 Ti, so then to go down to the Steam Deck is, it's different, but I don't know, when it's
running only a 720 resolution or something, right?
Yeah, something 900, I think. It's
okay.
It's it runs these games. It's only, at 50 to 60 frames, but they're super smooth.
fine.
It's very consistent. So you don't know it runs. Yeah, Jesus Christ, in a handheld device, it's perfectly fine. And honestly, I think we're all a bit elitist when it comes to that shit anyway. So it runs great. I enjoy the hell of it. I have no problems with it. I wish that the screen was a little higher resolution maybe, but then again, I don't know if I would notice. I'm too busy just trying not to fucking die. So
Can you read the text? Okay. I feel
Yeah.
like I would struggle with that.
yeah, I mean, a lot of games, most of the games that it says that it's not, what is it
Good
called? Optimized for, you've got like Steam Deck optimized with the check mark. Then you got ones with like a yellow exclamation point. And most of those games it runs perfectly smooth on, except it has text issues and stuff that you can't really read stuff. So
It's
it
like
says
the game
that it's
engine
not
doesn't
optimized.
naturally scale text.
Exactly. So that's one of the things with a lot of games that you'll run into. But I everything I've played, I haven't had any real problems, and I'm having a lot of fun with this little
Just
thing.
Just hook it to a monitor.
Some of them
It
have
runs.
user controls that you can download too. Like I know, like CK3 has some player-made controls that you can use. That even has like a button mapped for to magnify certain areas of the screen so you can read the text better.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that there's all kind. It's a mini PC. I'm sure there's all kinds of mods you can do to everything, which is super cool and impressive. But I mean, like I have the charger for it at my computer desk. So my wife comes in and I'm sitting here in front of my 3 monitors holding this little thing plugged in, 6 inches from my face. She goes, "The hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Playing Steam Deck? What about your computer? You spend a fortune on that thing." I'm like, "Yeah, I spent a little bit on this too." And I just go back to playing my games.
Have you put a 1 terabyte SSD in it yet?
I haven't needed to because I've only downloaded like 3 games. So I haven't needed space. As soon as I need some space, I'll throw some in there. But
I
don't
didn't
see
ask
the
if
point
you
now.
needed it. I mean, that's what we do, Jake. We do things that we don't need.
Yeah, well,
you
I
didn't
didn't-
need
Dubs is like,
2
dude.
purple joysticks.
I did.
Dude, you pronounced
Dude,
want
I
wrong.
have 3 Virpal grips, dude. Because remember, I bought the Prime for my right stick. So
Dubs is trying to convert a PlayStation into a Linux machine just because.
yeah.
Because if
what you do.
FDev won't do it, I'll fucking do it myself.
Well, because you can't put a rubber on it, so he's gonna play it. That's the way it works, man.
Okay. Well, as Dubs points out in the chat, we're 43 minutes into this recording and we've achieved nothing except basically just catching up as buds, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much we get because like none of us have really been in Discord either, so we haven't even really
Right.
bullshitted with each other in the last week or fucking 2,
Yeah.
really, because
Yeah, I
the
know.
It's a bit of an
holidays and
unusual
stuff.
week in that sense, yeah.
We're really keeping
I
up
missed
the
the
stereotype.
online boys.
We're really keeping up the stereotype of dudes sitting around a bar table, hanging out, going, you know what? I think other people would like to listen to this conversation we're having.
Yeah, and pretty much that's exactly what just happened. Is we all just kind of caught up with each other over the last couple of weeks. Hey,
Yeah.
Merry New
All
Year,
right.
guys!
Yep. Well, let's do some content then. The first thing on my list is a squad update. I'm gonna do that as soon as I find it, and here it goes.
Incoming priority message.
Squadron briefing.
So Nurgle's missing. Does that mean NL Hate's gonna take care of it for me?
Oh, I can't read.
Oh, he can't read. All right, I'll read it to you. You
completely
tell me what
illiterate.
it means.
No, I got it. I got it. I'm
all
playing
right.
with you.
That was gonna be fun. I'm just kidding. I don't want to do it that way.
Define fun.
We have several messes. Not misses. Messes. I want to make sure I'm saying the things I mean. Several
tell me what I have
systems have been
multiple of.
overheating, and we've been working on them. A lot more than are included in the regular list right now. And we're still trying to get Balmus to expand, and still haven't gotten it to expansion yet. Our primary target for the local Oya Maelstrom has been HIP 7338, but AXI is also putting their weight on it right now. So there's a solid chance that'll be a last week reset. So we'll have several weeks where that one can't get reinvaded.
They just did that today, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm here now. I'll give you a live update in a second. You go on.
Short of that, there's some stuff here in the show notes that's mostly numbers and letters and looks like algebra, and I'm good at math when it's real math, but this isn't real math.
The Maelstrom report. Huh. I guess it's just how many alerts turned into invasions and stuff.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, refer to the show notes. We don't have to read that out, right?
Right. But yeah. Join the Discord, discord.io/loosescrews. Come hang out with us. It's all posted in the squad update channel. Standing orders.
What I'm getting is there are a whole lot of Thargoid controlled systems that we don't know how to take back yet.
Right.
Yeah, we don't have a chance in those.
Right. So we
right.
gotta do more containment and less pants on firedness.
Okay, I'm looking at GalMap now. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chevrons left.
Nice.
2% each, so 14% from complete.
Nice.
I don't know if that's made big moves since earlier today or not. I haven't been paying attention. I'm just doing my duty.
That the little bit you're streaming here is the most I've seen of the game in 10 plus days.
Me too. Anywho, thanks. All right. And now we have no Bard segment this week. Bard decided that there wasn't enough to justify his glorious writing of jokes, and I don't blame him at all.
Wait, has he also not been playing the game?
I haven't got a clue, man. There was only like 2 Galnet articles.
D2
and he was like,
and Aiden Tanner got pardoned.
Well, that was today, though. That was after he made this, because he makes it like at least a day ahead of time for the schedules to work out. So yeah, I mean, let's just assume he'll include the 2 extras in whatever gets rounded up for next week.
Or maybe it'll be more. Maybe more things will happen in the week.
One other thing that happened was we might be getting more AX weapons available per ship.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Let's make that discussion down the bottom, because I have thoughts about that, and I think some others might. I'll write that down. Okay, so I have an exploration report from Grover Kiwi. Everybody ready?
Yay!
Fantastic.
Ready.
Here we go.
Space. I'm all up in that shit. And this is the exploration report. This episode's topic comes from a discussion about starting out in exploration and how to outfit your ship. The question came from a commander who had no engineering and no unlocked Guardian modules. Let's start by saying you don't need engineering or the FSD booster to go exploring. They just give you options to travel faster and open up some of the more remote regions of space. It's actually pretty easy to build a ship with 25 light-year jump range or more. And you don't need to travel to the other side of the galaxy to go exploring. Firstly, building a ship. D-rated modules are the lightest, and reducing weight is the easiest way to increase your jump range. Your life support, power distributor, sensor, and even shields can all be D-rated for lightness, and yes, you will need shields. Even your power plant can be D-rated if it provides all the power you need. If not, get an A-rated one if you can afford it, or failing that, a C-rated. They both weigh the same. You will want to A-rate your FSD and your fuel scoop. Some people like to have heat sinks as well, just in case you get too close to a star, but we don't think these are necessary. Your small modules, such as your detailed surface scanner and docking computer, don't weigh anything, nor does the AFMU for repairing components out in the black. So you may as well take one. Just be aware that it won't repair your hull. Also, a nice to have is the Super Cruise Assist module. It's not the fastest way to travel between bodies in the system, but it is the easiest, and it will allow a wary explorer time to stretch and have a brew. For your planetary vehicle, get a 2G hanger. It costs a little bit more, but it's actually half the weight of the H version. Another option you may want to look at is a hull reinforcement module. It's the lightest option for protecting your hull, but it does still add weight, so it's your choice. As for cargo racks, I've never found them useful exploring, so best to leave them and the limpets at home. The final point is lose your guns. You won't need them. In the show notes, we've included 3 examples of builds for exploration ships. These are just starting points, so feel free to tweak them to suit yourself. If you do get in trouble out in the black, remember you have the hull seals, the fuel rats, and the DSSA carriers, all available to help. In exploration news, the Pilots Federation has warned pilots against having relations with concha labiata. Just no, it's ooh. If you want to learn more, just come and join us in the Loose Screws Exploration channel. This has been the Exploration Report, coming to you live from the future. Oh, shut up, Mum. I'm trying to sound smart for my mates.
Wow. Labiata.
Beautiful ending.
Okay. Fantastic.
Some good
Fantastic.
I love that
Good
even
tips.
more now.
Great tips.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna skip over some other nonsense because there's no info here. There was a just today, Frontier released a trade update, some kind of financial report on stock market crap. Without getting into a whole big thing, whatever the F1 game is doesn't perform as well as they thought. They have reasons for it that they think are true and blah, blah, blah. Their stock valuation dropped about $1.5 billion today, I guess.
Did you just say
So-
1 billion with a B?
1.5.
$1.5
It's the
billion,
last
yes.
rolling year that
God
it's dropped
damn.
$1.5 billion.
Okay, so it's since the last report,
Yes.
it has dropped
Yeah.
1.5 billion. Okay, so that didn't happen today. There's a link in the show notes to a video by Obsidian Ant. He seems to insinuate that it happened, quote, overnight.
It was like a
apparently
46%
You know,
drop overnight, yes.
it was quite a lot. Okay, well, I don't know. This all turns out usually to not matter. The same thing was said before. Watch the video, I guess, if you want his take on it. Does anybody have anything to add about this?
I love Obsidian Ant's videos and stuff. Well, used to. He's gotten a bit clickbaity recently, and I really haven't been watching a whole lot. And then I went and watched this one when I saw somebody bring it up, and I'm like, let's go see what we've got here. And honestly, I know he doesn't listen to this show or anything, but I listened to this video, and the way he's doing his videos these days, it almost comes off like somebody's writing an essay and needs a word count. He repeats the same thing like over and over. Like I had to write down one quote because he said, talking about how, they've lowered their forecasts and they've done this in the past. In the past, they've done this. And this was a quote. 2 or 3 times in the past, they have done this previously. That was an actual sentence he said. 2 or 3 times in the past, they have done this previously. I'm just like, whoa, dude, seriously. I don't know. I can't just listen to, just it's long-winded, kind of like what I'm doing right now. It's just, I'm repeating the same thing over and over, just saying it differently. I said something before, and now I'm saying it just slightly more different. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So
different this time.
Steering away a little bit from just talking about that. Like, the video contains the information. It also contains his opinions. There, you can go watch it. Does anybody have any opinions about how this might affect Frontier, or should we care?
I don't have an opinion. It is interesting for whatever reason, look at their stock price. It did drop by half, today, overnight. It's just like a vertical line on the plot. Maybe because this report was coming out. People.
It's because of the news. I mean, we know that's true.
Maybe they'll just give up on F1 and go back to developing for consoles.
Stop that. No. Stop it. Stop doing that. Stop hitting me. He was already dead.
Yeah, I don't know. So the game underperformed. I don't know. Maybe that just means the expectations were higher than they ought to have been.
They keep talking about, it's world economy,
supply chain.
Supply chain, not enough pixels.
Not enough PlayStations.
This hasn't been this bad since all those pixels got stuck in the Suez Canal.
Jimmy Christmas.
That was brutal. Man. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, anyway, that's there.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't have an opinion on it. I don't follow stock stuff, so.
Yeah, but as far as the $1.5 billion to exactly what it was April 30th in 2021, they had reached a value of 1.77 billion, and now this morning it was all the way down to 0.25 billion or something like that. So that's the 1.5 billion drop has taken 9 months, but it was a significant drop. I don't know, a couple hundred million, 300 million or something overnight, basically. But it's been a downhill roll for a while.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you are a fan of Frontier, buy the dip. This is not financial advice.
Diamond hands.
Buy the what?
Buy the dip. The stock goes down. It's the best time to buy.
Yep.
Oh, are we pulling a GameStop right now? Is that what we're fixing to do?
This is not financial advice.
This is not Wall Street Bets.
GameStop is old news. It's Bath and Body Works now, guys.
Bath and Body Works.
No, it's freaking Frontier now. Jesus Christ. I'm on it.
I'm gonna check
Bath and Body Works was yesterday. That was January 8th.
Yeah, this is
How much does
January
one of their
9th.
stocks cost? I'm tempted.
Gotta buy one.
What's the price right now?
500 pounds or something like that. I don't know.
What's that in real money?
Hold on. Yeah, that's not real money. That's I don't care. All right. I don't care what they weigh.
We're using the funds from our Patreon to buy a Frontier stock. One single Frontier stock.
We're going to take over.
Screws is investing.
Hostile takeover.
We're about hostile takeover Frontier developments.
500 British pounds is $608.86.
No, I'm out.
I think we can do it.
Oh my God, hostile takeover.
We don't have enough yet.
Then we can let Dubs fix everything. He'll run the servers.
Please, if you haven't yet, please join our Patreon so we can slowly take over Frontier.
So we can slowly crowdfund to become a majority shareholder.
Here's our new mission. We had our Operation Third Place. The new New Screws initiative is 51%.
Operation 51%.
Oh my God, we could end up owning 99% if we do like we did the last time. Jesus.
Yeah.
We'll assume Braben's not going to give up his portion, right? So how much does he have? It's enough that I don't know. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't know why I brought that up.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
We made a huge mistake.
I'm all in.
This is very bad. This episode of the Loose Screws podcast does not constitute financial advice. Let's have a discussion topic. So there was this Galnet News article saying that Azimuth, Azimuth again, is investigating AX guns and expanding the limit on AX weaponry currently and forever, there is a limit of 4 hardpoints that are AX weaponry or Guardian hybrid weapons. And the advanced missiles and advanced multi-cannons don't count toward that, but they suck for AX because you have to synth them with grade 5 materials.
And the advanced missiles don't actually do AX damage. I tried it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, and Dub says he tried it, although I've definitely seen a video of somebody using them, and they were quite effective. But anyway, question mark on that one, I guess. But they don't count anyway because they suck regardless, even if they work.
Did you try them or did you not play the game? Which one is real?
Look, this was over a week ago. Give me a break. What do you want me to do? Load the game up right now? I still have them, and I'm pretty sure they're still loaded with synth ammo because I took them off as soon as I got back.
All right. So the point is, there's been a lot of hemming and hawing about this limit of 4 AX guns for a while. I've seen it all the time in Discord, and anyway, it comes up a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go first. Here's my opinion. I think this is one of the rare places in this game that isn't just a pure like power race, like power scaling in an MMO kind of thing. There's actually some limits in place. For one thing, the way Thargoids deal damage reduces the amount of engineering that's needed. So people complain about engineering being too grindy. For people who hold that opinion, AX combat is good, right? And likewise, thinking that engineering has caused the game just to be a power creep. That's the word I was trying to think of before. Massive power creep. Well, limiting it to 4 weapons means that large ships are usually not the most effective choice because you can't load them up with more AX damage. It limits you and it forces you to work with skill instead of DPS and learn the maneuvers and learn the patterns and stuff like that. So I am concerned that increasing that limit could not be great for with regard to these things. And my dog is losing his mind in the background, so I can let somebody else talk. And then nobody said anything all once.
I'm sorry, I was distracted.
I'll say something.
Wait, let me read this real quick. Reason I didn't talk is because I was distracted. I was trying to figure out how many shares we'd have to buy of Frontier to succeed, and it's right now it's at $7 a share is what it's down to right now. So we would only need a whole lot of money. That's all I got to say. All right,
wait, $7 a share? Is that what you just said?
$7 is what it's at. It's at $6.55
That's
euro.
definitely not what
$7.
That's a big difference from the 600 I was promised a second ago.
Well, that was in pence. Was that price? Whoever looked at whatever website that was, which is basically pound pennies.
Pound pennies. Oh my god. Pound pennies.
A farthing and 6 pence.
So 500 pence is $6.02.
It's like $7 when you do conversion, because that'd be like £5. So then
I don't know. I just
convert it to
asked
dollars.
Google was all.
Oh, okay.
So what you're saying is we can actually use our funds.
We can actually buy a few shares instead of.
We could buy some shares. Anyway,
this has gotten out of control.
Yeah.
Sorry, get back to putting extra weapons. I'm going to go back to being our financial guy. What?
You're an AX expert, so I'm going to ask for your opinion last.
I am an expert.
Teflon, what do you think about the possibility of increasing the limit of 4 AX guns?
Well, I mean, I like the idea of being able to put on more than 4 AX guns. Have to work out the heating stuff for when you fire those, so it's going to need testing. But I mean, I like the idea. I don't know how necessary that is. They seem to die just as quickly and just fine with less. I guess more damage is better. I really kind of just want new AX guns. But yeah, like I'm fine with it. Maybe we'll eventually get new AX guns, and then I'll just be able to equip more of them. So,
Hey, sound off. Have an opinion. Or don't. I don't care.
Honestly don't think that very many ships could effectively use more than 4, size 2 unmodified gauze cannons at once. Or the shards. Modified or not modified, because they are hot. And then you also have to think about where they're going to put these on the ships. That is also going to have the speed and maneuverability that you need, and be able to put up the power to supply all these things, and also keep your thrusters and life support on. Because even my AX ships turn the frame shift drive off when I deploy AX weapons, and that's shieldless. As everyone here knows and flies, they're sure for someone that just has to have their Type 10 fitted for AX and is going to go out there and slug and bruise. Yeah, maybe that one ship, or maybe on an off chance a cutter, but even then, where are you gonna put these hard points and then keep yourself cool effectively? You're asking for 3,000% heat in a single volley. No, you're not asking.
Yeah, you'd have to spread them out onto triggers, huh?
You're demanding that you be cooked.
caustic will become a thing of the past.
Right.
She will always be cooking. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always cooking.
I think we'll see people loading up the enhanced AX multi-cannons onto the big ships and running with those, because those don't give you problems with heat.
Okay, right, and power usage is pretty low.
But they also don't give you an outrageous fucking damage output either.
Yeah,
if you're still Oreos, that makes sense. But that's the only place that I can really see it helping.
And if and you're still going to have the problem if you're trying to use the big ships being slower, getting away is harder. And if you're trying to use the gimbaled multis, it is really hard to get a Xenoscan in on these aggroed aliens in a medium ship.
Especially with the large one, yeah.
Yeah, so you'd be wanting to use the fixed multi-cannons there if you're trying to get hearts on an interceptor. So that's really what I see the increase limit being used for.
Yeah, I personally don't think there's going to be a huge problem. Because I kind of do want to make a DACA boat out of my Type 10 with all gimbaled multi-cannons, similar to how I run it in human combat. But like Data said, the scan is going to be a bitch to get. Now, maybe they don't just unlock the limit for Guardian weapons only. Maybe they allow us to mix Guardian and human weapons together. Let me use some shards on my T10 in the medium slots to exert the hearts. And then I focus the multis, which are gimbaled, onto the heart to actually destroy it. That would make sense, and it's kind of what I think would be a perfect use case for the T10. Because it's not like we're not already hitting actual hard limit caps on our medium and small ships anyways. They don't have enough hard points to really make much benefit out of that, giving you more experimental slots. And, temperature is also going to be a major problem if you do put that many Guardian weapons. And if they do allow us to put unlimited Guardian weapons on my T10, all right, fuck it. I'll go to 1,000 degrees or 1,000%. I don't give a shit. I'm going to try to give me some Cyclopses with it. But
that's too small.
Maybe they don't just outright eliminate. If they don't outright eliminate the limitation, they could just say, all right, you can have 4 Guardian and 4 human. Mix it up. I don't think it's going to cause that big of an imbalance. And, a point that has been brought up in the past, you don't have to do it. The old way is still there. It's still
I know that.
Game.
Chig, what do you think?
Chig's buying stock right now.
I don't know. Yeah, I kind of am.
Oh my gosh.
How many did you
buy?
buy?
Not give financial advice. But that's some interesting. Where was I? Oh yeah, guns, extra guns on ships. I don't give a fuck. I honestly, this is a giant sandbox, and this is PvE content. It's not affecting anybody really. Just bugs might die faster. And I've always thought it was dumb you could only have 4 on a ship. I understand, Trax's, concern about power creep and stuff like that. But literally, I don't know. I love the idea of taking a Type 10 and going, putting every slot AX gimbaled multi-cannons and just going to town. Bring somebody with you, in a smaller ship to get the scan for you, and you'll just, I don't know, that'd be impressive to watch it. I'm picturing what's it called? The Expanse, and Rocinante shooting, but at Goids. It'd just be badass. So I have no problem with the idea whatsoever. I've always found, the arbitrary, 4 AX guns whole concept just kind of silly. I understand why it's there, but I like this much better. So, and I want to see what happens to a Type 10 if you put a Gauss cannon in every single slot and fire them all.
Fire them
I'll
all
do
at the
it.
same
I will
time.
be the first one.
Yeah,
you won't have enough to. You won't have enough capacity. You'd have to engineer weapon focused your distributor just to get the shots off.
Oh, you said I'm an expert. I know how to do that. I'll figure out how to get it all to work. And I want to see if I can create a new sun by taking my Type 10 with all Gauss. So yes, I'm game. So yeah,
all right,
bring it on. Bring it on.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess you guys are right. The power limits and the other aspects of the ships are going to limit us still, as far as the hard hitting weapons are concerned.
And I wouldn't even be mad.
Yeah,
they could
the
introduce
AX multi cannons and stuff.
They could introduce a new mechanic to where the heat output from AX like Guardian stuff, maybe it multiplies depending on how many you have on the ship firing at the same time. Like make it to where
already I mean, that's how heat from guns
I understand.
work.
But the thing is, the heat output now is a fixed amount per weapon. If they change it to where it stays that way up to 4, but then the 5th one has double the heat output that it would have if you only had 4, and then another one, both of those 2 over 4 are doubling their heat output from what they normally would have done. Like, give reasons not to do it, but still make it a possibility.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I mean, yeah, it remains to be seen how they balance it. But yeah, maybe you guys are right. They might not need as much balancing, because the thing is, like, I kind of came to that opinion from, I've just seen like a steady stream of things getting released more or less for free that basically make it easier to get into AX combat, but none of them have made it easier to complete AX combat, right? But none of them have made it significantly easier to take out anything besides a Cyclops. You still gotta have the skill. Realistically, you're not going to solo a basilisk with your multi cannons. Uh-oh.
Very true.
Waiting for Kieran on this pad, and oh shoot, I missed my neutralizer. Interceptor dropped in at the station while I was waiting for Kieran on the pad. We'll see if my Python gets blown up. Nope, they're shooting me.
Oh no, poor Python.
Oh,
that looks
full
beautiful.
Suicide missile right off the top. Hey, guess what Thargoids do sometimes in last week of invasion systems? I just got suicide missile as their opening move.
Oh no.
No shots fired. Wow.
One less dirty, nasty Python clogging up our spaceways.
Impressive. Well, okay. Well, that sounds good. That was, hey, look, we had a discussion, right?
Yeah, and it was
good.
about Elite Dangerous. That's pretty cool. I like it.
I'm all the way back at the rescue ship. That's irritating. Oh, well.
But what you were saying, though, about, the guns and making things easier. I mean, there's already a lot, like the heat sink launchers with the extra heat sink. And, there's a lot of things that already, like...
But those are locked behind a unlock.
Exactly. But there's a lot of things to make fighting Goids easier that, like, in the AXI, they already, you can't qualify for certain things if you're using things. Or, I mean, even there's premium ammo we can already use. Yes, these things require effort and grind and whatever, but I don't know. It's all stuff, and as Dub said, you can always choose not to use those kind of things, or you can just not be a child, and if they're in the game and they're available, just use them if you want to and just go with it. Do what you want. Sandbox.
Yeah, all right, guys. You're making it sound like I think people. I'm not an elitist. Like, you can use whatever guns you want. I'm trying to couch this. Like, here's the thing. I like engineering in this game. I think it's good that we have kind of a wide stretch from all the way down to E-rated, all the way up through A-rated, and then the various engineerings all the way up to grade 5. Like, there's a wide stretch of what you can do to pretty much every module. And the shipbuilding is like one of my favorite things. I love getting into all that crap, and I don't mind particularly the level of grind. I wouldn't mind, I guess, if it was a little less as far as material gathering is concerned.
Well, I just wish material gathering
something,
there were
but
alternatives or ways to get things you need from doing the things you like to do. Right
that's
now I'm running
how I feel about it.
passengers and getting bucket loads of engineering.
And do you like to run passengers?
I don't know. I mean, I'm doing it while I do the podcast.
Yeah, but that'd be like saying in order to run passengers, you had to go kill a bunch of scouts in order to get the passenger cabins. That's what I'm saying. Is I wish by killing Thargoids, like the suggestion I gave one time that I still think is one of the best is Thargoid heart material trader, where you trade hearts for engineering mats or something. Just something so that you get what you need by doing what you want to do.
Well, I mean, there are Thargoid combat missions too. The trouble is right now I hope this gets a rebalance, but right now they're just absolute garbage. The requirements are massively high. They're sometimes a dozen or more high level interceptors, which is like fine. I could do that, but the reward is like 1 unit of some engineering mat. It's insanely small. I can make 15, 20, 25 maybe sometimes units of engineering mats in an Anaconda per run if I get lucky. That's very much tilted in the direction of running passengers and cargo. And yeah, they're leaving a lot of on the table as far as rewarding AX combat. I mean, it pays really well, but I don't know.
I mean, the pay
I was disappointed to see the pay is significant, but I was disappointed to see, AX missions come back as part of this war, but I'm not taking them. They're rubbish. I don't even want to bother. I took one that was like to kill I found a mission that was only 1 basilisk, and I didn't care about the reward because it was insignificant, but I sort of took it just because it was there. But I'm unhappy with the current state of Thargoid combat mission rewards. They're not good. I don't care. Get rid of the pay. The pay is stupid. The pay is always like a 10th of what I'll make from killing that number of Thargoids anyway.
Exactly.
But the engineering rewards or rep, that's what needs to be significantly bolstered.
I agree.
All right.
Same.
All right. Well, you guys have calmed me down a lot. Not that I was that worked up, because whatever. I think you're right. There is balance in how power hungry the weapons are to begin with. So it'll get balanced out. And the AX multi-cannons are not, they don't actually take over for any of the Guardian stuff. So let's do on to the fluff stuff. What's going on here with the cheese?
Onto that fluff.
Or Chig Chat. Wait, we haven't done Chig Chat yet.
Chig Chat.
There's got to be some Chiggy Chats. Hold on.
Hey, y'all, it's Chig Chat. Oh, we're going to get our Chig Chat up off in here. I tell you what, boy, it's going to be time. I tell you what, this Chig Chat. Where the cheese at?
Nice. Good old Ty. Son of a bitch. All right, so.
It's a me. It's a Chig.
Oh, my God. I'm looking. There's a lot of crap in Chig Chat this last week because Nurko gave, the whole, what was it, National Science Fiction Day or whatever last week. So a lot of people popped in with a lot of suggestions of movies and TV shows and books. And I've discovered a lot of people like Star Wars and Dune. So if you want some suggestions.
It's like people like Star Wars and Dune. That's a Venn diagram I wasn't expecting.
Wow, shocking.
I know. I know you're blown away. Babylon 5 came up a lot too.
What about
last week? Farscape
Get
popped
out.
up maybe a time or two, but I don't know. I think there's probably some Star Trek fans too. I know that's off the beaten path a little bit. Let's see. We got dog pics. Rabbi Bob showed a picture of him and his dog. I think the dog is the one on the left of the picture. You guys can go check it out. I just thought that dog's name was Jack Russell, but that's what he is. Kia is the name. Kia is a Jack Russell. I'm sorry. I don't know why I found that so funny. Oh my God. Lark Shadow. Sometimes he posts gold like he did like early last week. He posted the cheese hill climb where they roll a 61-pound wheel of cheese uphill. It's like, I don't know, a form of bowling I could, get on board with. Check that out, everybody. It's awesome.
If you did that, the cheese would never make it up the hill.
Well, it would be way less than 61 pounds, so I'd probably win.
I'm just supposed to sit at the bottom of this hill and eat cheese, right? That's the competition?
Yeah, and I win. All right. Now, Alec Turner posted something about the best of Ted the Dog. I'll admit I didn't watch it, but it looks interesting. I'm going to put that on my list and actually try to watch it. I'm going to admit, guys, I have been out of touch. I'm trying to get back in touch. He listed a book and a movie, and oh yeah, people like Firefly too. Thought I'd mention that.
Firefly, real quick. My favorite joke of that came from Strong Bad at a, I forget what convention, but it said brown coats. Where are my brown coats at? And people were cheering. He's like, your Firebug show is never coming back.
Your Firebug show. Fuck that guy. Alec Turner did the Downey's Junkyard Canyon jump. That guy is out of his mind. I love it. The safety harness in a vehicle looks funny as shit. You should check that out. I don't know. My dog would not let me strap him into that at all. I don't know why we've got cheese to cheese communication by Volt. I don't Volt. I hate you. So just so you know,
for a different reason.
I'm going to skip that. That's a Lark Shadow thing. Brocky Star posted pictures of his puppies, an amazing print that's just adorable. 3D printing by our man in the future who also likes the Firebug or the Lightning Bug show or whatever we call it. Multiple pictures of Brick and then Rocco from Blooming Wind. Now, Manchves, how do we pronounce that guy's name? Do you guys know how we pronounce his name?
You're doing great.
All right, it's good. He pictured a wonderful picture of a dog, but the other dog is placing its head in just an awkward place, but I'll just leave that one alone.
Wait a second.
Ember.
I have an idea.
Getting groomed?
From
Soul
now
Ripper's
on,
dog,
his name will be pronounced Manchovies.
All right, anchovies. Now, here's what I want to say is, Lark, I don't want to ban you from Chig Chat, but you post more of this toad singing shit, and I'm going to hunt you down and kill you. Soul Ripper posted the cheese of the century we're going to go with. It's an aged cheddar infused with Irish whiskey. So, yeah, there's that.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it looks awesome. A whole lot of emotes attached to that one because everybody thought that was good. And then Volt, you followed suit, having Toad sing more shit. Don't do that. I hate you.
Don't do what Lark Shadow does.
Got pictures
Volt.
of
He's not cool.
Lark's dog, and is that a Pomeranian? Lark Shadow posted Roscoe at the end, so he redeems himself after all. So I guess you can post one more shitty video before you get banned. All right, that's it for Chit Chat. Nothing else exciting. And fuck Toad singing. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I also hated that.
It was hideous.
Don't do that no more.
Yeah, no more of that. So,
I was going to
back to you, Tracks.
Listen to it.
Do it. That's the kind of thing you'd post.
Is he still here?
Oh, so I gotta keep
listen
going.
to it and then forward it to the podcast.
Okay, so
no, don't do it.
Don't do that.
I'll just leave.
Oh.
I'll just up and quit right
okay.
now.
So let's move on to the cheese.
Yes.
So for this week, I chose. It's called Red Dragon TRUCKLE. It's a Welsh Cheddar cheese, made with Welsh ale and whole grain mustard seeds, and it's coated with a bright red wax, and it's known as Red Dragon. Takes its name from the dragon symbol on the Welsh flag, obviously.
Obviously.
It's moist yet firm. It's aged for 3 months and made from pasteurized cow's milk and vegetable rennet. At least I think that's how you pronounce that word. The mustard seeds give it a unique texture and an amazing buttery and spicy flavor.
It's moist.
So, yeah.
Moist.
And also, so we'll do movie anniversaries also. So anniversaries, as there's really nothing of note for this week. I mean, not a whole lot of movies come out at the beginning of the year like this anyway. So
They're trash. That's where the studios dump their trash is in January.
probably. I don't know. I'm not a movie expert. Since he's still not back yet, do you guys want to do this day in history?
Yes.
Okay, so since it is January 9th, on this day in history in 2007, most of you will remember this because most of us are old. People like Volt won't remember. In 2007, on this day, Apple unveiled the iPhone. So on January 9th, 2007, CEO Steve Jobs unveiled the iPhone, a touchscreen mobile phone with an iPod camera and web browsing capabilities, among other features. You guys know what an iPhone is. Why do I have to explain that?
Yeah.
You know the day that announcement came out, I was watching that actually live when he put that out because, it was going to be an exciting announcement and everything else. And I literally, as I was watching it, I'm like, holy frick, Star Trek is now. It was.
It is crazy.
Super cool.
I always find it cathartic to look back on, because I remember, growing up during the 90s and always thinking about, I would watch Star Trek The Next Generation and I would watch Star Wars and all kind of stuff, and I would always think about like the future. If you look back and you could realize so many huge devices in the 90s are now just fit right on one device in my pocket. Mm-hmm. Computer, a boombox, or
calculator,
a CD player,
camera, phone, answering machine.
Camera. And I was like a special fuck you to those teachers who said, "You think you're gonna walk around with a calculator in your pocket for the rest of your life?" Yeah, it turns out, yeah, I am. Always internet capable
teachers.
It's crazy to look at all those huge electronic devices we had in the 90s, and now all that is just in my pocket.
But think, there's
and it does more than all
literally
that.
Billions of smartphones out there, and they've only been around for 15 years, going on 16 this year.
It's the most popular computer in the world.
In 2018, as of 2018, it says here, it had been 12 years since the iPhone's initial release, and by that time, it was estimated they had sold 2.2 billion iPhones worldwide over the course of those 12 years. That's a quarter of the population, something like that, of the planet.
Yep.
Yeah, there are more of those. That is the most common computer that people would have access to. They'll have some kind of smartphone, but in a place where they might not have a full size computer.
Well, it's at the point now where it's not even, do you have a smartphone? It's like, what smartphone do you have? Because if you don't have one, it's just kind of odd.
If you don't have a smartphone, you are the odd man out, and people are going to say, what do you have there?
Kind of weird. Well, it always makes me you get conspiracy idiots talking about, they're putting chips to track you in vaccines and stupid shit like that. It's like, we've already volunteered to carry around a microphone and camera everywhere we go. Willingly. Why would they need to inject us with anything, you idiot?
Exactly.
They're posting about their microchip conspiracy on Facebook using their phone.
Yep. Yeah. Probably talking about it to their friends right in front of the microphone with the camera facing them. Yep.
Or the next thing is a checked in at Burger Town, USA or whatever.
Yeah.
You
post pictures of yourself wherever you go. Why do you think they need to do that to track you?
And we all saw what Batman was able to do by just using sonar off the phone and patching them all together. You can see everything everywhere, right?
Yes. Yeah. Phones with speakers that are designed to make sound that humans can hear can definitely do sonar.
Hey, I don't know.
I do somewhat get why some of the elderly people have such a hard time with technology. It's like, thinking back, my grandfather was born in the 30s.
Hey, so is Nurgle. Just because he's not here doesn't mean you can make fun of him.
Well, I mean, he was born in the 30s, and like from the 30s until like the 2000s, like how could you ever predict like what the tech would be that we have now? Like, so there was nothing that could have prepared him to be able to operate things like what we have. So that's why, like, when there was one year for his birthday, I thought he likes to watch wrestling. Why don't I get him a Roku stick to put it in his TV and a subscription to the WWE network? But then I thought, then the next like 10 seconds later, I was like, there's no sense in doing that. He's not going to learn how to work it. Like, and he doesn't care, like, enough to do that, So, sometimes you just have to let it go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's so old that it used to be USA, now it's USB. That was way funnier in my head.
We should go out on that. That's a good one.
Oh, man. That sounded way better in my head. All right, enough of the crickets, you son of a bitch.
All right, what else? What else?
That's better. That's better.
What else is left?
I don't know.
What haven't we done yet? There's no movies of note this week.
Yeah, I already did that.
We covered that already.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. See, this is what I was asking. All right.
Damn these electric sex bands.
That one was me because we hadn't done that yet. You said what we haven't done yet. Or what haven't we done yet?
Haven't done the electric sex bands.
We did not. We haven't done that
gotcha.
one. So
Gotcha.
So there we go. I don't know. We're like an hour and a half. So over half the show was the intro.
I don't know. Maybe we should title this show like "Lower Your Expectations This Week." Like, I don't know.
Maybe we should thank Patreon supporters and do a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We're not going to buy Frontier stock with your money.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to do that.
Too late.
I'm not going to make that.
No, don't say it like that because then it sounds like we're going to do it. It sounds like we're doing a week.
Too late, fools.
So if you like the show, please rate and review on your podcast app, which helps people find the show. Join us on Discord at discord.io/loosescrews and check out the merch store at loosescrewsed.com for mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. And you can support us on Patreon. Please go to patreon.com/loosescrewsed. Thanks for listening, everybody.
I refuse to buy shares of, or I refuse to buy ARCs, but I'll buy shares of Frontier all day.
How many shares would it take to have half? That's all I want to know.
How many shares would it take to get to the center of Raxla?
How many licks would it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
How many shares would it take to have an effect on arcs?
I don't know. Where do you find how many shares are out there?
Maybe somewhere like
by share cost.
15 million shares, somewhere in that neighborhood to get half.
We should come up with a product to put on the merch store that is, and call it a share of Loose Screws.
Like the Green Bay
Everyone
Packers.
that gets told we buy one.
You can buy Loose Screw shares.
You're part owner of this.
You're part owner of this thing you bought.
Congratulations. Right. You know, you can come to the Discord.
It's just a paper picture of a thumbs up.
It's literally drawn on a napkin with a ballpoint pen by one of us and sent to you.
I have a terrible idea, but Loose Screws NFTs.
Okay, we're done. Yeah, stop. We're stopping on that.
Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Thanks, Teflon, Hate, Data, Dubs, Chig, and thanks to Nurgle for being here for a second. And thanks to Nurgle's Internet for, I guess, creating and editing nightmare for me in a few minutes.
I really thought you were going to thank everybody but me. I appreciate the thanks.
And thanks to Lark Shadow, just for being you.
Some of my close friends are Lark Shadows.
Yeah, I wish I could remember what episode that was. I was going to cut that out.
Stuff. Yeah, that should be clipped.
Well, all right. If somebody knows what episode I said that in,
Data said that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Catchphrase
I thought it was
thief.
me.
Nope, it was Data.
Are Trax and Data the same person?
Maybe.
Is Data still here?
Yeah.
I was worried he fell asleep from
I'm
Lives in
here.
sleep
Ohio.
deprivation.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm not quite dead yet.
It's worse than I thought.
Everybody.
He didn't fall asleep due to sleep deprivation. He got silly.
He just died.
All right. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.